Yo guys, Sniper N here, back with another video, and today I got a new video, and it's gonna be kind of how GTA Online is transfigured into more of an online game to kind of a solo-based multiplayer kind of, because the recent updates kind of look like they turned to more solo players. They're definitely more accessible solo, and they're actually better solo. And I'm not really complaining that they're solo, but let's get right into the video. Alright, so number one, we have the most recent update, and it's the Drug Wars, and it's right here, the Freak Shop. First of all, it's free. You get the Freak Shop for free. You don't have to pay for it, so anyone can access it with just doing the missions. And then you get this whole new business kind of with the Acid Lab. It's actually a really good business, and it's double money. And it's not double money, it's 50% more money, so yeah, it's definitely a recommend. But go inside. It's like the MC businesses, except it's way more solo because you only get one sell vehicle all the time with that bike. So it's really easy to do. It's even better than the MC businesses because it pays better. So yeah, next one we have the Cayo Perico heist, and it's also solo. It's the first and only heist that I think that you can actually do entirely solo, unless there's one other one that comes out. But this is entirely solo, and it's probably the best way of making money in GTA Online. Still solo. Just in 1 hour, you can make millions, almost 2 million. And we have the contract. You can get 1 million to 2 million if it's double money solo in about an hour. Kind of the same thing as the Cayo Perico heist, but the Cayo Perico heist will guarantee give you more money, unless this is double money. But even the security contracts and the payphone hits, those are still solo. And you don't need a friend at all. You can, but you don't need one. You're going to go into the computer here and look. It doesn't really tell you that you need solo, but if you go into security contracts, there's that. But even the VIP contract, all the missions can be done with one player, just you. And we're going to go into another DLC, and it's the Los Santos Tuners. Again, can be done solo, like the mini contracts can be done just with yourself only. You don't need anyone else. I've done them solo, and I'm going to actually show you proof that, well, not really proof, but it actually just shows you how much I've utilized this when solo. Alright, so now that you see I'm approaching the board here, and I've completed about 26 contracts. That's in the top right, and in the bottom right, it says I've gotten about 8.3 million. All solo, by the way. And then next we have the After Hours DLC, which was the Nightclub, but that was a really good one for solo grinders. And I know I'm saying the word solo a lot, but it's essential because, well, it just helps with what I'm trying to tell you guys. But the above ground nightclub part was pretty cool, I guess. It wasn't really the DLC. The DLC was more the illegal basement area or the offices. There was a lot of stuff that came out with it, like the Oppressor Mark II, stuff that really had no correlation to the nightclub, but who cares? The nightclub is completely passive. You don't have to ever buy supplies for it. You only really have to buy the technicians, the upgrades, and the vehicles. And if you want the DJs, you don't really have to get those though. But I got no stock because I just sold it yesterday, so that's why it's low. But you don't have to buy supplies, so it's great. You can only really have to check in on it, and then if it's good enough, sell it. But these are the 3 vehicles that you're always guaranteed to sell. Like, you're only gonna ever need one. And with the next DLC that came, it was the second to last DLC that just came out. The Criminal Enterprises helped so much with selling like stuff like the nightclub or stuff with one vehicle anyways, because it wasn't really a DLC to me. It was more, well, it was a DLC, but I can't really show gameplay of it because there was nothing really like new to the game. Well, there was, but there wasn't like any like business or stuff like, or heist. It was more of a quality of life where you can where stuff that was added onto other DLCs. I don't think it should have been a DLC, but I can't really complain because we did get some pretty cool features. And the one that really helped solo players is that you could sell in invite only sessions. You don't really have to worry about griefing anymore. So that was a very big benefit, and I would be lying to you if I said that I didn't enjoy all these stuff. I like the solo part, but it kind of just takes out GTA Online from the whole narrative because it's not really online anymore. It's more kind of what players like to say, GTA Offline. Now, GTA Online was released it was sometime in October in 2013. It was released to us as a online game that could hold 30 players in a lobby, and you do shit. and stuff all in the lobby, because when it just came out, there wasn't too much added on to it. So yeah, it was more just contact missions and messing around with friends. So there wasn't all that much to it. It was an online game. There was invite-only sessions, I believe, but no one really did that because, well, there wasn't really anything to be done in them. There was no difference. A lot of fighting happened, and a lot of players do like that, and I don't like that. So whenever I make these videos, I go into invite-only sessions because I don't want to get into fights, and I just want to upload the damn video. Or when I'm selling stuff, I go into invite-only sessions, even though the criminal enterprises kind of makes you want to sell in public sessions, because with the high demand increase, for every player that's in the lobby, you get 2% more money added on to what you're selling. So it does add a benefit to selling in a public session. But solo ways of making money now, solo wasn't really it didn't really exist back then when GTA Online first came out, or even a few years ago. And really, all the new recent updates kind of implemented that solo feature to it. Like all the DLCs that I mentioned, they're kind of recent. They're like within the past maybe 3 years, I'll say. Not too long. After Hours came out a few years ago, I think maybe 2018. But still, kind of solo, because I think that was like the first really solo one, because the Doomsday Heist, the Diamond Casino Heist, the original heists, those ones I'm hitting. Those are hitting me. Arena Wars, that wasn't solo. All those were heists that came out that you needed at least a few players, friends or players or whatever the hell. Like, especially the original heist, the Fleecer job needed 2, but the other heist needed 4 players, even for the setups, 4 players. Diamond Casino needed 2 to 4, so it was really only a recent factor to when that money making by yourself was really good. Like I said, making money by yourself is good because you don't really have to worry about others, when to get on. Just do it yourself. I do like it, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. I'm just trying to say that, is it really GTA Online anymore? Can we really call it that? I don't know. Some people would argue that. I think it's still online because it's still fun to mess around with, but we know Rockstar's taking a different kind of path with this, and as GTA 6 is coming close, we don't have a release date, we don't have a teaser, we don't have this or that. We will wait. GTA Online still getting some pretty good updates, but the final update, I think, is upon us soon. Maybe within this year, maybe 2024 might be its last ever update, and who knows what that update will be, okay? But that's going to kind of be the end of the video, and I actually have a question for you guys before I end it off. Should I stop posting weekly updates on Thursdays and Fridays? Why do I say this? I'm going to put a poll, because they recently have not been getting a lot of views. Videos like these that are around like 8 to 10 minutes long, they get more views. I'll put a poll though, so you guys will vote. But anyways, guys, that'll be the end of the video. Like, subscribe, peace.